Hello guys, it's me, Nikki. I'm not ready for this video today. Internet, today we are going back to a day in my life that was so underwhelming. The day where I missed the mark so badly. Today I am going back to the year where I had my prom. All right, so let me explain, okay? So recently I was changing laptops because the one I had been using was old and I had to move on to a newer, better life. While transferring all the files, I saw this, all of that. When I saw those photos, I was like, oh, she's come a long way. She has made a couple of points. And of course, when I look at this photo, I see a lot of change facially. And when we look at the teeth, like Dr. Appa, thank you so much for changing my life, because but once you go past all of that and you go straight into the eye makeup look and just the makeup look in and of itself and those dead extensions, girl, what were you doing? I feel like makeup is constantly evolving. So I'm not saying that my makeup look was bad. It definitely wasn't good either. I have tried really, really hard to find a close-up shot of the makeup, but all I could find was this. But I remember, because I have hooded lids, you don't really see what is going on the lid, but I remember that there was 3D glitter and it was just a lot of smokiness. And those dead extensions will haunt me for the rest of my life. So for today's video, I wanna take a trip down memory lane and recreate my prom look, but better. I am really excited about this. I'm gonna be sharing some of your craziest prom stories as well as mine. So if you're excited, and then sit back, relax, and let's go. All right, so I am not wearing a stitch of makeup. I'm just wearing moisturizer, and it is time to pound on the glam, baby. So when looking at the base in my prom photo, I see a lot of issues, to be honest. Back then, I had no idea what primer was. And even if there was a primer back then, I don't think it's nearly half as revolutionized as primers are nowadays. So primer was not part of my routine. And when I see my face, loose powder wasn't part of my routine. Hell, full coverage concealer, never heard of her. And just the overall complexion looks patchy and messy. I'm so sorry. And you guys know that I cannot live in a life that isn't primed. So today I'm going in with one of my current favorites, Fenty Beauty Mattifying Primer. For foundation today, I'm gonna be using a mixture of these two right here. This is the Urban Decay Stay Naked Weightless Liquid Foundation up to 24-hour wear. Should have had that on my prom. And the UOMA Say What Foundation 2. Now you might be asking yourself, Nikki, why did you have such a bad time at prom? It's not necessarily that I had a bad time. It was just so underwhelming to me. I live in the Netherlands, and of course we celebrate prom here. I feel like everybody celebrates prom. But in here, it is not like what it is in the States. You know, in the States, people go all out. You know, like prom is like a thing. Whereas here, there's prom, and of course, yes, we all get dressed up, and yes, we have special cars to like drop us off. But like, it's not like the level of the States. For me, it was just a lot of like awkward things leading up to another. So one of my high school best friends, who is still one of my best friends nowadays, her and I did everything together. And don't ask me how, but somehow we managed to not go to prom together. Of course, we are in photos together and we like did the party together, but we didn't end up in the car on our way to the prom together. And up to this day, we still don't know what exactly happened, how that all happened, but it happened. So I had a mission to find myself a prom date. Now, boys were none of my interests. Like, I was not interested in boys. I was not interested in love. Like, I had my YouTube channel. I was working on my career. I was finding out about this whole new love for makeup. And like, I didn't care about love or boys or whatsoever. So I didn't want to go with a boy because I would probably just be irritated all night. So I ended up going to prom with this other girl, and to be honest, we were friends for like a short year, and I haven't talked to her ever since high school. So like, and everyone was like renting these like crazy cars, and like everyone was like trying to one up another. And then here we have NikkieTutorials not giving a damn hoot and asking Mmmmitchell with her then very ratchet green car to drop us off at the prom. Like, it was so bad that it was good, and we called it the green jewel. All right, so I'm also using the Stay Naked Concealer by Urban Decay to conceal. But so I went with this girl with my mom's car, the green jewel, and it was so bad. And once that is blended into perfection, it is time to go in with a loose powder and set it and forget it. Now, I wish I knew about loose powder during prom because I did not have a primer. I set my face using a compact powder. You guys know that after about 3 to 4 hours, my face was slipping. Like, if only I could go back in time and tell myself to set it with some loose powder or just like scrape off powder from that compact and create like a loose powder myself. Oh, my makeup would have been a little bit better. By the way, before I continue this story, can we just appreciate Mmmmitchell sitting in that car and living for her daughter? Looking at those photos and seeing Mmmmitchell sitting there being so proud of me, it just like, it made me feel so good. Like, I almost started crying. I was like, oh Mom, I love you. So when I went to prom, I definitely was on YouTube already. I was already like uploading my videos, trying to like create like a makeup life for myself. And during those days, if you've been around for a long time, you know that hot Miami styles used to be a banger. I don't even know if they're still around, but like I was so heavily influenced by all the like beautiful girls wearing like these skimpy like short dresses, and they were like, this is a prom classic, you need this. It basically was a sequins like diamond bra with like a piece of fabric stuck to it, which made up for like a flowy loose dress. And that, guys, was my prom dress. That was it. Nothing added more. And looking back now, I am like, girl, what is that dress? Like, what is that dress? But you know what shocked me the most? And I know this video is about me recreating my prom makeup look and trying to improve it, but you know what shocked me the most? And I'm about to get real for a second here. I remember that time of my life where I was just so insecure about myself, about my body, about pretty much everything in my life. I hated my weight. I hated the way my body looked. You know, I was a very insecure teen. And now looking back at that photo, it shows me that it was never about my weight, about my body. Because when I look back at my body at prom, I was banging. Do you see those legs? Do you see those petite arms? It was never about my body. It was all about what was in here. And I wish I could go back in time and tell myself that. Wow, that was unexpected. I wish I could go back in time and just tell myself, girl, stop worrying that much, okay? Your body is looking good. You can be so proud of yourself. And I wish up here, I wish I had what I have in my head now back then, because I would have been such a more happy kid. Okay, what was not fine back then were my eyebrows. Like, the brows have had a journey. I am gonna do my brows really quick off camera. Why am I doing it off camera? Because I always do, but I have a very in-depth updated brow routine coming up very soon on how I draw my now very foolish, realistic-ish brows. And then I will be back to give my eye makeup look from back then a big transformation. Now, when I look back at my prom eye makeup look, I remember loving that deep, intense, smoky eye. But back then I was still using my Paint Pot by MAC and Soft Ochre, which didn't have any stick to it. And my blending technique was totally different. Looking back, one thing I'm noticing is that I all kept it very low. I was like, I have hooded eyes, so I cannot go up there. And now I just go beyond the lines, I go beyond the rules, and I just create a look that I'm in the mood for. And if I want to take it up to my brow, I'm taking it up to my brow. You all know and love P.Louise for their eye bases. I use this in every single video. I'm affiliated to them. I have a discount code with them. The palette I'm going in with today is by bPerfect Cosmetics in collaboration with Stacey Marie. And this is the Carnival Extra Large Pro Palette, and it is a stunner, baby. Wait, hold on, give me a second. Hello, baby. So I'm going in with that color right there. Do you see it? fade. I'll be starting off using fade to give myself that definition, and baby, don't hold back. If you have hooded lids, that doesn't mean you have to stay below that crease, go up and above it. And I'm choosing fade because judging by that photo and me remembering that time, I definitely was more of the cool tones. I know, coming from Mrs. Warmth herself, like Mrs. I want orange on my eyelids every single day. I loved the cool tones. So today we're bringing it back. I want to know from you in the comments down below what your prom makeup look looked like. Like, did you go for smoky eyes like I did? Did you go for a lip? Like, what did your look consist of? I am dying to know. Speaking of your prom makeup look, I tweeted the other day what your crazy prom stories are. And while I'm doing my makeup today, I'll be sharing some of your stories that you tweeted at me. Okay, let's just start off batshit crazy from the get-go. Adam says, so me and my date left prom early. I was driving my mom's car and we backed up into my English teacher's car. The passenger door was completely dented in and we drove off in fear. Ooh, honey, Adam. Then we saw two people we knew having sex in a truck outside Waffle House, thus ruining our night. That's one hell of a prom. Now it is time to cut the lid or cut the crease. And in the past, that was super difficult for me because I didn't know how far up I could go, how I really stamped in that shape. And I think if you have hooded eyelids, the one thing I wanna give to you is go higher than you think. You wanna look straight into a mirror and kind of create a tiny little line right above your natural crease or however high you wanna go. And then from there, create your shape so that when you're looking straight forward in your natural state, you still see what's going on the lid. If you do it, like if you're following your natural crease, you will look straight forward and would kind of flop away. We don't want that. So I'm first gonna cut my crease, but then on my lid was 3D holographic silver glitter. So I'm gonna be setting the lid area using this stunning silver shadow. It is called Metal Sensation by Catrice, and it is in the color Game of Chromes. And the product gonna be popping on over top of that. Oh my God, I wish we had this back in the day. This is, I think, the smartest invention in makeup in a long time. These are glitter gel pots. This one is by Lemonhead, and this one is in the color Midnight Society. These are like a glitter paste that you can put on top of your cheeks, your lips, your eyes. But the thing is, you don't need any glue to stick the glitter on. You literally just take this paste, drop it over the area that you like, and it's gonna stay there for the entire day / night for however long you wanna wear this. Let's do it. Katie says, I got dressed up and ready to go to prom that my mom helped decorate for. My boyfriend at the time convinced me to go hang out / sneak out to the Walmart parking lot instead of prom so we could make out. Well, my parents were also at Walmart when we pulled in and I got grounded forever. Ooh, look at that. Ooh. Maddie says, my date stole his bow tie 2 hours before our pictures and got arrested for shoplifting. We were going with a group of 4, so I was third wheeling all night. Oh my God. I see quite a bit of darkness surrounding the outer corner of my lash line, so I'm going in with Vex and a little bit of Intuition and Lights Out and make a nice little mixture to smoke it out. So I'm going in with Acid Rain color. This one is in the color Ecstasy, and I'm just using it for a hint of smoky color on the outside of my lower lash line. So I'm using this as a base, buffing it out, and then setting it with a matching color from the Carnival palette from Stacey Marie. Oh, so I'm just gently buffing this in, and then I'm gonna set it with a purple. Look at that, that is so fun. Let's set. Ooh, look at that. I'm using Reckless, which is like a deep eggplant color from the palette. And this is just creating all the vibes right now. Oh, look at that, I love it. And now for one of the most important things I wish I could change right now, hop into a time machine, go back in time and slap this on my face, is inner corner highlight. I see in the photos that I applied an inner corner highlight, but it was matte. today I am definitely, it's vital, I have to highlight my inner corner. And for that, I'm using my Artist Couture Icy Girl Diamond Lights Finisher. This is stunning. Lashes are totally personal preference. Looking back at my photos, I just did a corner lash, like just a little bit of extra oomph on that outer corner, so do what you like. But of course, nowadays, I like myself a lash. Now, back in the day, I wouldn't really bronze or contour or blush a lot because my base, because I didn't have a primer or loose powder, tended to move around too much, bringing back the redness and the flaws. But internet, today we're gonna warm it up, cut it up, and do all the good stuff with it. And for the final crazy prom story that you guys tweeted at me, I saved the wildest for the last. Lizzie tweeted, so my prom limo caught on fire. Turns out the limo that was purchased for the night had a fake license plate, suspended driver, and all this other crazy shit. But we still got to prom in the end. I'm the girl in the teal dress. Oh my God. That is terrifying. I hope everyone was okay. But that is one wild prom story. I don't think a lot of people can top that. You guys do not even want to know how much it hurts my soul to see that there's not a single drop of highlighter on my face, on my eyes, except for the glitter during prom. My lip go-to product was MAC Lip Erase, and I would just douse my finger in the pot and be like this all day long. I can tell exactly that that is on my lips. It looks deathly nudish and it looks very dehydrated, so today I know better. I'm gonna line, paint, and gloss. Today I'm using the Haus Laboratories lip pencil in the color Ride. And of course, to set it all in place, to set it and forget it, we need setting spray. And that, my glow babies, is how I did my prom makeup back then versus how I would do it nowadays. And I think it's not bad at all to go back in time and look at these photos and appreciate the growth. Down in the screen, you will find the shout out to the previous Dutch word of the day comment. As for today's Dutch word of the day, I'm gonna teach you something so funny, and it's a typical Dutch thing we say. So when you're a freshman, is it called freshman or junior? Like when you enter high school, like the first year you enter high school, we have a very special name for that here in Holland. Brugpieper. Brugpieper. Oh man, when I was a brugpieper, I looked like trash. As always, if you want to get featured in my next video, all you have to do is comment the Dutch word of the day down below, or if you want to get fancy with it, leave a video response on Instagram under the hashtag Dutch word of the day. Good luck. I want to thank you so much for watching today's brand new video. I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.